B2B Cambodia, the portal for business use in Cambodia.
Profitence, a corporate finance firm based in Cambodia, recently launched a new report titled E-commerce in Cambodia 2024. The study unveiled key insights and trends shaping Cambodia's e-commerce landscape. The launch event was organized on February 24, 2025 at the Raffles Hotel Le Royal. Following a 2023 study, the launch ceremony featured remarks from Her Excellency Cham Nimul, Minister of Commerce, and was opened by Subhadeep Chowdhury, founder and Director of Profitence.
E-commerce is reshaping the way we work, we trade, and live. It has become a vital lifeline for many, especially in the aftermath of the pandemic when digital channels prove indispensable for maintaining business continuity, and that we've also seen in your reports as well, the behaviors in the aftermath of the pandemic itself. Over the past few years, our progress in e-commerce has not taken place in isolation. The Ministry of Commerce has been actively working to establish the Cambodia e-commerce trust mark schemes, known as the CETS, whilst also collaborating with the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications to develop a prakas on the Code of Conduct, of which we truly believe that will be in the efforts and the aims to enhance consumers' trust, promote fair business practices, and strengthen the regulatory frameworks for e-commerce in Cambodia, and to align with Cambodia's broader development strategies, particularly the Patagonon Strategy Phase 1, the Digital Economy and Society Policy Frameworks, and the e-commerce strategy in 2020. These policy frameworks and strategies underscore our commitments to building a resilient, inclusive, and competitive economy by embracing digital transformation as a core enabler.
It is with great honor and excitement that I welcome you all today. We mark a significant milestone, the launch of our fourth e-commerce report. Your presence, especially that of LCT Minister Cham Nimul, underscores the importance of this occasion and the bright future we envision for digital commerce in our nation. This report, which is going to be launched by Excellency Minister, is not merely a market research document. It is a comprehensive overview of how e-commerce has reshaped our economic landscape, revolutionizing traditional business models and paving way for innovative growth.
We also interviewed Shane Gladwin, Research and Policy Analyst at Profitence, about the report.
So there's a few different ways that it differs. The most obvious is that we added 2 new industries this year. So we do a comprehensive analysis on 12 industries, which is quite a few. Which is why it's also 100-page long. So we added consumer electronics because we felt that electronics was still one of the highest sales segments in e-commerce. So we felt like it was an important industry to cover. And we also added telecommunications because it's definitely one of the backbones of e-commerce, right? When you consider infrastructure, mobile data, smartphone penetration, all these things are covered under telecommunications. Yeah, there's quite a few interesting facts. So we did do a consumer survey this year, and that also means that we get insights onto consumer behavior. And I think one of the interesting things that we're noticing is that the consumers nowadays are tending to shift away from just being all about discounts. And actually, for certain industries, things such as quality of service really are starting to matter. We're finding that, for example, in logistics, quality matters. Whereas, for certain industries like food delivery, it's still all about discounts, and free delivery and stuff. But when we start looking at like logistics sector, people are caring more about quality, customer service, those types of things. These service-based offerings really seem to matter. I think the market is still heavily dominated by social commerce. And getting it to formalize is going to take a lot of effort, not only from the ministry but also from the private sector, to convince consumers to move away from that mindset of trusting social commerce platforms. But it also means on the merchant side, right, that how do you convince a social commerce merchant to formalize? What are the benefits for them, right? Because for them, they don't see the benefits. But in the long run, for the economy, it's more beneficial that the sector eventually formalizes. There's a lot of challenges still, but I would say one thing that I found very interesting was more on the logistics side. Um, Customs duties, inefficient implementation of de minimis, which is like the threshold for which customs duty is applied on packages. How I mentioned about digital trade and cross-border e-commerce. Refund and returns suddenly becomes very important when you want to promote that type of stuff, right? So, but in Cambodia, there's no formal channel to do a refund. If you want to send a product back to the supplier, they're going to charge you as though you're sending it to them for the first time, right? Not as a refund. So these are things that to keep in mind, and I think these are big challenges to still address if we want to really make e-commerce as big as it can be. Yeah.